I run basically a security operation. We do cybersecurity as well as personal security. We have a number of ex-three-letter agency intel people that work for us in the cyber side. We have ex-military people that work for us in the cyber side. We have a fairly robust cyber capability in both protecting as well as trying to penetrate people's network to help them better protect.
And you hold an MBA from Harvard University, a political science degree from Duke, and you've worked for NASA and for MIT. Is that correct?
Well, I have worked with NASA and with MIT. That is correct. Coming from West Texas, I don't always tell people about Harvard. They're a little worried about Harvard there.
Okay. So if we could go to page, just so that we can do this quickly, Mr. Allen, if we go to page 10 of your affidavit, where you describe the comparison of the Dominion and Hart machines in comparison to the other machines used in Georgia. What did you find when you did that comparison?
We were concerned because we had seen some audit logs in Dallas in 2018. So this really started for us long before this election. And we started actually with ES&S, but we eventually got into Dominion because we saw many of the same problems with Dominion in elections that we saw with ES&S. So the first thing we wanted to do was to see what the effect was of a Dominion machine compared to one other. And we looked at it, compared to a group of others, and we looked at it from 3 points of view. And the first thing we did is we tried to go through the 2017 census demographics. We got the 2020 vote count by county for the country. And then we also got the Election Assistance Committee voting machine information, so we knew what each county had. And you would normally assume that once you do the correlation between turnout and voters and counties, et cetera, and how they voted in the previous election, you get a pretty good mathematical model as to what you should expect to see in a Biden versus Trump by county vote. And then we went and tested that. And sure enough, we found that the model was pretty darn accurate, other than a few extreme outliers that we do want to now go back and look at in more detail. But the point is, we could see on a percentage basis whether Biden, for instance, outperformed by a certain percentage or underperformed by a certain percentage, what you would expect in a county. And normally you would expect that overperformance and underperformance to about zero out. Well, in this case, what we noticed is when we went back and looked at it, instead of all voting equipment all over the country, and we simply segmented out Dominion, we found out that Biden outperformed what he should have by about 5% across the board. It was actually amazing. No other, we did not see that result in most other cases. So then we said, well, this is the election system. We got to make sure this is right.